Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kwadash. Alright? Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father of the world and he calls God. And his only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Alright? That, of course, is in the ancient Hebrew. Alright? The Paleo Hebrew. Alright? Of course, I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim. Alright? That's, doing this work. Alright? The brother Amapa from Great Millstone Playing Tables Camp. Here in Great Babylon. Alright? Coming in again with another quick edition GMS in transit. Right? Come in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? I just was, in my travels I'm always around Jake, alright? And, I just, witness, I believe this one Jake, this old Jake, there's two, one might be an Edomite, though. He's a big nigga. Big Jake. Negro, so-called, right? Judite, alright? And it was this dude, he could pass off. He had the spirit of a Jake, possibly. But I ain't, couldn't try a spirit that much, from the distance, of course we don't want to, of course, judge based on the outward, so you get that, of course, in what's that, Samuel's, right? Let me try to get that real quick. Let me see, I think that's Samuel's. Let me see, outward. 16-7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is Samuel's right here. See if it comes in focus. 16-7, right? It says, "But the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, all right? Because I have refused him. For the Lord Yahweh seeth not as man seeth. For a man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on his heart." Which, the Hebrew word for heart right here is lab. All right, the mind, all right, the spirit. Okay, so, we don't judge Israelites based on how they apparently look. Though, of course, how, like the shade of their color is an indicator, and such. But that's not the end all right? We got to judge the spirit, all right? That's why it says, and let me get the verse. It says here in, that's 1 John, right? The 4th chapter, in the 1st verse, it says, "Beloved," you see if it can focus. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they be of the Most High," all right, of the power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because many false prophets are gone out in the world, all right, but we gotta try, the spirits, all right, out here, all right. We have to try the spirit to judge if it's an Israelite or not, all right. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they of course been scattered, right? And of course, our heritage is like a speckled bird. You read that in Jeremiah. All right, so Israelites are gonna come like in all different types of, colors. All right, they're gonna look different, all different shapes. They're gonna look like the heathen and all of that. All right, where the nations they've been scattered. All right, that's those Gentiles in the scriptures. Those Israelite foreigners, those Israelites that take upon the, the customs of the heathen and such. All right, they fell away. So, I'm gonna go more into the account now. So you had a big ass Jake, right? And you had this other. He looked like a so-called Edomite in the flesh a bit, right? Meaning, he had, of course, the lack of melanin, right, in his skin. But I mean, he seemed like he had the spirit a little bit, but of course, our people are messed up. So, we have, you know, they're gonna be like so-called racist Jake being against themselves only because they're carnal, going by their flesh, right? Just seeing like, oh, he got black skin, uh, and I'm look like a so-called white man, I'm gonna be racist towards him, all right? But you know, I mean, when it come down to it, the dude might have been a Jake, cause he ended up they always, they go and say about some, yo, I got so-called black friends and all of this. That's one of the cover up by the Edomites, so-called white men. But when you go into it, you know, our people, they got Jake just totally confused, and they'll use it too. All right, not knowing that they going against, of course, their own brother. All right. Now, so you say you gotta look like a Edomite kind of, right? Or he looked like an Edomite. All right, just on the melanin tip. All right. Then you got big ass bold Jake. He apparently, what happened was, what I heard, the tail end of it was that the dude probably, I mean, he may have uttered, I don't like black people, and then the other Jake, he ended up saying like, yo man, like, you don't, he basically about to fight him, and then the dude said he did 10 years in jail and such, and and all this other stuff. I mean, of course our people, are all messed up, right? In the prison houses and such. So the dude might have been, he got the lack of melon, but he might have been a Jake. All right. This is a prophecy, right? About this to indicate, of course, who the Israelites. One of these scriptures right here. This is what is it? It's Isaiah. Isaiah the 24th chapter, 42 and 24. It says, "Who gave Jacob, which is the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right, for a spoil, and Israel, all right, which of course Jacob's name was later changed to Israel when he wrestled with the angel, to the robbers. Did not the Lord Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned? Did not the Lord Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law." Let me see. Where's the? Oh, it's like that's not the verse I wanted. The verse actually is right here. Right here. It's Isaiah 42 and 22. It says, "But this is a people," talking about the Israelites, "robbed and spoiled." All right, because the Negro, Latino, and Native American, they robbed and spoiled of everything. We go out to these work jobs, work these bullshit ass jobs, and we bring in little. All right, of course, bag with holes in it. Pursuant to Haggai, the 1st chapter and the 6th verse. And I mean, we just messed up out here. All right, smite with madness. We under these curses. It says they are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. Okay, it says they are for prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none said restore. All right, so our people, being the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, they of course are in, of course, the prisons and such. All right, being that this dude could have been a Jake, who was actually having this argument with this other Jake. All right, but the dude looked like Edomite. But anyway, when you go into it, they're about to fight and all that, and then this other Jake comes out of nowhere, and he's sitting there talking about, I don't give a fuck, who you is, and all this other stuff, and I'm ready to rumble right now. You better watch your fucking mouth, faggot. And then this dumbass fucking dude, this dumb Jake, he gonna go say about some, yeah, I fucked your wife or your woman or some shit, and that's why they look like the way they look or some shit like that. So it was something stupid, and it's like crazy how Jake, they have learned the way of the heathen so much where they they think that they glorifying and doing wickedness, thinking that adultery is cool, and that's not cool. All right. That's not definitely cool at all. That's just a foolish thought. To even be thinking that. All right. So, uh, the dude was telling him that one Jake. I mean, I think he Jake when you go down to it. He told him he was like, he's like, man, this ain't got nothing to do with you, man. You know, and Jake crazy. They always hype and carnal, ready to fight and stuff. So, dude, he was just snapping it a little bit, and then he walked off, and then I basically was like, I ended up saying to him, I was like, yo, he ended up talking about, like, of course, slavery and stuff, and then he like, how basically, they had got with the women, all right, like, so meaning the Edomites, slave masters, and of course, fuck with our women, raped them and such, right? And then he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I said to him, I was like, they gonna be going back into slavery, right? And he's like, yeah. And this what this Jake goes and reply. He says, yeah, I'm putting them in slavery already by I got a so-called white baby mom, which I don't know if he got an Edomite baby mom, but this is just it's just crazy how Jake, I believe Jake that spirit of that, they getting ready for of course for this martial law and all this hell to break loose, and for Jake to really show and everybody show they to unleash, right? Esau to be like a madman sparing none, right? And Jake to to come back, be that old lion, and they gonna come into that race war, So let me see, sedition again, sedition. I'm gonna get another verse, and then close off. I just wanted to hit a little quick one. All right. Quick. Using of course the time. All right. And I had another scripture. So anyway, I'm almost at the end of the bus trip too. It says 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, in the 16th verse. All right. I'm gonna start actually at the 15th verse. 2nd Esdras 15, right, and 15, and it reads, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right. And it says, "For there shall be sedition among men," all right? In invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and their course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." And this, of course, is sedition amongst men, and all this, and all this going to one man against another. This is going into martial law, is in race wars, all right? So I mean, that spirit is being riled up, man. It's crazy out here. Let me see. I got another precept, and I'm gonna close off. This is Romans, right? The 13th chapter, and 11th verse. It says, "In that knowing that the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe." All right, and it's time for Jake to wake up, man. If you understand this truth, you get it's something which you are is really, you can understand it. You might be, of course, of the hopeful elect. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Of course, call halayim la Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. All right, and all praise the Most High and the Son. With double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to all the sincere Akim doing this work. All right, this is another edition of GMS in Transit. Real quick. All right, shalom.